Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a couple of plants here that three different kinds that have problem that needs to be transplanted. This one is the Coelogyne, is the Rochusenai. I hope that's how you pronounce it. This one I got it when I went for one of the orchid shows, and it came from, of course, it came from I don't know where it came from, but it was in this sphagnum moss, and it's not standing straight, and I need to transplant this. Here's another one that I got from another orchid show. So what happened was there was another bulb attached to this. It was starting to rot, and I had to cut it out, and I sprayed it with hydrogen peroxide 3%, and I put some cinnamon powder just for it to dry out, and this is the one I use. This is from Costco. It was very cheap. The whole packet was like $2.99 or $3 or something like that. So I sprayed it. I'm letting it sit for a little while because I want the cinnamon that I put over here to kind of dry down. And all the roots were all dead, so I cut them down with a sterilized scissors, and I see that it's got one eye over here and one here, and this is where I cut the flower off because it was starting to, the other bulb was starting to dry out. And here's another new growth starting. It's like two eyes. Hope they just take grow soon. This one here, see the roots are all dead. It was growing in this some kind of a mushy substance. I'm not sure if it's a rock wool or what, and all kinds of green and stuff. Now this particular plant is terrestrial orchid or ground orchid, I think, and not too sure. These are all first time I'm trying these orchids for the first time, so I had to read about it. So this one I think is a terrestrial orchid, and it needs to be grown like in a terrestrial mix with the peat moss or whatever you can get. But right now it has no roots and nothing, so I'm just gonna put it in a little square pot. I'm gonna put it in with the little sphagnum moss over here, and I'm gonna keep it like this. And all I'm going to do is just leave it in there. I had to make sure that this part where I cut with the cinnamon is that it stays above the sphagnum moss and doesn't get washed out. So all I'm going to do is just wrap some sphagnum moss around the other area and like so. Making sure that this area is exposed, and I'm just going to leave it in there. And this is like a wet sphagnum moss that I'm going to put it in there, and once I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to keep it just moist, not wet or damp, because I don't want it to rot. It has no roots to absorb the water. All I need is for it to stay in there. Once the roots, hopefully it'll start sprouting soon. Once they start sprouting, I'm gonna transplant into a bigger pot. Right now I'm just waiting for it to recover from all the damage that it went through. So this particular one is the Kryptonite Parkside. It already flowered for me. It's like a long spike with it comes on a long spike with red flowers. It's a very pretty flower. And since it's finished, I cut off all the blooms, and I'm gonna keep it like that. So just another one like that I want to just put in a sphagnum moss just for it to root, and then I'm gonna transplant this. This one here is one of my favorite. It's a Toshi Starburst. It's supposed to be a yellow flower with the red, or the other way around. I'm not sure. But it's got splashes, and I just love the color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty this out into a garbage, and orchid, see, oh, everything is falling down. The leaves are all falling down. All of them, the whole media is gone. The roots are all dead. So this one, my scissors is already sterilized. Alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, with us just cut off all the old dead roots. I had 2-3 cattleyas that did this to me because I think it was too dry and I've neglected it, I guess, a little too much, and it got too dry and too hot. So all the dead roots are going to be cut off. They're all dead. See, if you pull at them, it's like mushy. There's nothing in there. Everything is dead. So they're all going to come off now. So here's the older pseudobulb. It's all dried up. Oh, it just came out. That was easy. So just trim them down, every single root. The hope is, I'm hoping that it'll put out new growths, and the new growths will put out new roots. That's the cattleya is prone for. That's how they do it. They put out new growths, and the new growths put out new roots, and we have to be very careful not to break the new roots, because that's what provides anchors the plant to the media. And here we have everything. I think this might be little green roots. I'm not going to cut out. Here I have new growth starting from here, and this one that broke off here, I see an eye. I'm not sure if that's gonna grow, but I'm just cleaning everything around here, removing all the old dead sheets, and I'm just gonna spray some alcohol. Let me just spray it out here because I don't want to spray it into the media that I have out there. All I'm doing is just spraying the roots nice in all the cut areas so that there is no open wound. So that's all cut, all sprayed. Let the plant sit there for a minute for the hydrogen peroxide to do its work. And I'm going to leave it there for now. And in the meantime, I'm going to work on the Coelogyne rochus. And let me put the label back there. Clean my work area before I start there. So now this one, Coelogynes are either warm growing or cool. There's two kinds, warm growing and a cool growing variety. I think the cool growing variety is the Coelogyne cristata. Is that the white flowers with a very fragrant. Now this one produces like pendant like flowers with a lot of 30 to 40 flowers in each spike. And they're supposed to be fragrant, but though I heard somebody say on YouTube that she did not like the smell of it. Anyway, so it was in this pot, so let me take this out. This is one of the plastic pots that they just bring it in for the sale. And this is just wrapped in sphagnum moss. I'm just going to remove it all out and throw the old media of sphagnum moss out. Remove all the moss around. They already cut the roots and everything out. See, when I went to buy it, all he said was he didn't have any in flowers. So he said he could take that because this is spiking. And that's the reason why I took it. It had 1, 2 spikes and 3, 4. And on this one, to this 2 more on this side. So it's about 6. But he said it could be flowering or it could be putting on new growth. So I took this one because the other one didn't have any spikes. So this one, these two looks like it's a new growth because it's already split. See, this one is already splitting and forming the leaf. So I don't think there's spikes for flowers, but I'm hoping one of this will give me some flowers. So like I said, they're supposed to be warm growing ones, and they're known for they have deciduous leaves, this long leaves that I guess some people like them for the leaves. I'm not too sure, but anyway, so they get when the flowers come, they drop down, and they could be very heavy, and so to put them in a pot. Now this is all stuff that I learned because I never grew this one before. I'm just read up about it for information, and I'm going to try to see if I could put it in this basket so that I could hang it and the flowers would cascade over the edge of the pot. And if I try to put this like this, it's going to be top heavy and the plant is going to keep falling, so I have to hang it unless I put it in one of those pots, the clay pots. And this is a very big pot. I don't have any clay pot that's smaller, so I'm going to, if I put it in here, it might be too big a pot for this plant. And so let me just put it in here for now. This might be a little one size too small, maybe. I don't know. But it's my first time, so all I'm gonna do is just try it. And I know they like to have an airy medium, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to see if I can put some of this. This is lava rock. I just at the bottom for some weight, so that the plant just won't get top heavy and just fall down. I'm gonna put sphagnum moss all around, and what this is for is so that just so that the roots and media won't keep falling out of the pot. So just to keep it inside. Just place it. Just gonna put some lava rock at the bottom. I'm not sure why I'm doing it like that, but I thought it could add some weight at the bottom of the pot or the basket. I'm just trying something different, that's all. So just a little bit at the bottom. And now this is a medium I'm using. It's from repotme.com. It's a Cattleya. It's a Cattleya mix that I'm using. Trying to keep the sphagnum moss all around the edge of the pot before I put this in. I don't know if that's gonna work, but let me try it. Let me give it a shot. So all this is like some clay pebbles and bark and perlite or sponge rock, some big materials in there. This might be too small a basket, I think, but let's see. If push comes to shove, I'll just put it in a bigger pot. So now this plant it's not a deciduous variety or anything, so this one is not gonna lose its leaves, so you have to water it all year round. And let's see how the flowers come out on this one. It's supposed to be the nice creamy pendant flowers. So here they are. The spikes are still out of the basket, not tucked in there. This one, hope with the fingers crossed, is a blooming spike. And this might be, it looks green, I'm not sure, it looks just like this one. It could be a plant, not a flower. And there's the other one. Here's the other two. Let me just slightly pull it out. Right now it's staying firmly in the pot, not trying to fall or anything. Let me put the label in there, and this is April. It's transplanted for 2020. So the label goes in there. And I'm just gonna put it in this for now, just so that it don't keep falling down. Now if it gets like really bad, if there's not enough media, or if the plant is struggling or whatever, I'll move it into a bigger pot. But right now I'm just gonna leave it there like that. So now off to this plant that lost all its roots, and hope it survives. Like see over here. Over here and over here, and right here, another new growth. So I'm gonna get another pot. All I'm gonna do is put it in another sphagnum, wrap it around here, and let me get the container. I'll be right back, so that okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in this tall glass. At the bottom I'm gonna put some more of the sphagnum moss, and slowly put this in there. What this will do is act like a mini greenhouse for this plant while it's trying to recover from having no roots. Of course the plant has to go in there. Come on. Okay, let me try one more time. I'm just gonna wrap this. And there it goes. Okay, if you don't succeed the first time, try again. That's all. So it's in there. And all I'm going to do is just keep it slightly damp, not moist, because there's no root. All it needs is moisture till the plants develop roots. I'll keep an eye on it. And once I see that it's starting to put out new growth and new roots, hopefully it'll be soon, I will just transplant it into a regular Cattleya orchid media. This is the plant. So the label should go in. And we'll see how it goes. So fingers crossed. So these are the two that I have in the sphagnum moss. I can't wait for them to just root. And now that it's getting, this is April, and it's starting to get warm outside. This is when the growth starts for the orchids. So I'm just hoping that these will just put out new growths without any problems. So thank you everybody. Thank you for watching. So this is the new type of plant that I just transplanted for the first time. That's a Coelogyne rochusensii. So anyway, so I'll keep you updated once everything is with my fingers crossed. I hope everything comes to just good, and once everything is good, I'll keep you updated. I'll put a post up. And thank you everybody for watching, and stay safe. Bye.